people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nana. If you are new to this channel, you are very much welcome. Please remember to subscribe, and if you enjoy the content, please also like and share. To my old subscribers, thank you so much for sticking around, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about migrating. I've recently migrated from South Africa to UK, London to be specific. So I just want to share the advantages and disadvantages of migrating with you guys based on my experiences. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. As mentioned, guys, today I'm going to be talking about migrating, literally just moving from one country to another country. So I'm going to mention 5 things that you will experience when migrating. It doesn't matter where you're migrating to, but these things you will experience, and these are experiences that you need to go through regardless of the journey, regardless of where you're going, regardless if you are going alone with your family. These are the experiences that you will go through. Number 1, it's taking the decision to move from this country to a different country. That's an experience on its own. In this case, for myself, I decided to move with my partner. So it literally took us 3 months to decide to actually have a final decision that we are moving. We are actually migrating from South Africa to the UK. And through those 3 months, or through the whole period, you get different emotions. You get anxiety, the fear of the unknown. Your emotions go high and low. Today you are happy and excited, and the following day you just don't want to do this anymore because it's so scary. It's very scary. So let's say, for example, you decide to move with your family, with your kids, your husband, and your family. So there's quite a lot of things that you need to take into consideration because it's a different country. Everything is done differently. So you have to just consider a lot of factors, and it doesn't matter if you are moving on your own. If you're just migrating by yourself, you still need to consider a lot of factors, because when you're out there, you don't have family, you don't have friends. You can't just walk out and just greet people by the road, or when you're walking, people are just, they don't know you. You have to make friends. You have to start from scratch. So it's a very long process, and it's something that you need to go and think through it and make sure that your decision is a thoughtful decision. You think about it so many times. You think about the ifs and nots of the whole situation. So taking the decision is the first step of migrating. Number 2, visa application. Girl, hey, so you have to apply for visa either way. Well, some countries you don't need a visa, I don't know, but coming to the UK, we needed a visa, and it is a long process. You have to find out how long will it take you, how much will it be. Girl, child, it was expensive. So those are things that you don't think about when you're just like dreaming of moving to another country, until you decide, okay, I actually want to move, I actually want to leave. And then you go through the process of applying for visa, and then how much it costs, how long you have to wait until for them to approve it. And remember, at this point, for me, for my situation, it was me and my partner. So there was a possibility of one of us being accepted and one of us not being accepted. Like, in terms of the whole process, they can reject your visa, and now you have to think that, okay, if they reject your visa, what are we going to do? Because we have already taken the decision. So what are we going to do? So those are some of the things that you need to think about. Those are some of the things that you need to do research on. The visa application, how long does it take? How much is it? And the terms and conditions of the visa. Are you going to be able to work when you get to the other country? Are you able to open a business when you get to the other country? And for me, opening a business was one of the most important things, because I love business. Like, I'm such an entrepreneur. So I was just like, I need to make sure that running a business is one of the things that I can do. Working is one of the things that I can do. So those are all the factors that you need to think about, and you need to research and make sure that you are aware, and you need to ask questions in all these places. When you go apply for a visa, ask the people that are helping you there, how long does it take? What are the terms and conditions? Read through the whole things that you are going to be signing. And I tell you, it's not an easy thing. Number 3, selling your furniture and your cars. I suggest that you start doing this a month before you leave, because it's a long process and it can be tiring. We started selling our furniture 2 weeks before we left, and it was a mess. It was a long process. It was a very tiring process because we needed to get our house empty, and every day we were just trying to get people to buy our furniture, and it created a lot of work for us because every day we had to wake up, clean, sort out furniture, make sure that we're calling people to come collect whatever they've bought. So as a result, we couldn't sell everything. Some of the stuff we had to send back home. And my car, I struggled selling my car. Not that there weren't buyers, there were a lot of people that wanted to buy the car, just that I was not getting people that wanted to pay what I wanted for the car. So I think I got rid of my car the day before we left. Someone bought my car the day before we left. I was very lucky enough because it was a last minute thing. So you don't want to go through all of that stress because it can be a very stressful process. So you rather do it a month before. That's why I'm saying you have to do it a month before. Find a buyer a month before. Don't wait until last minute. Like I said, don't wait until last minute. You will be stressed out. Get rid of everything. Get rid of the cars. Get rid of your furniture as soon as you can. Don't wait until last minute. You are going to be so stressed out. So that is number 3. Number 4 is saying your goodbyes to family members, to your friends, to your colleagues, and to your neighbors. This could be a very emotional time. This could be a very emotional process, emotional experience, because it doesn't really register in your mind until you have to say goodbye, that actually you are leaving people you love behind and you're gonna be miles away from them, and you can't just literally just call them and say I'm coming through. You can't just like say let's go out for breakfast, So it was a very emotional time. We had to travel because my partner and I come from different places, different cities, so we had to travel to all these cities to see our families and say our goodbyes. And also with work, my colleagues, it was so hard because I had developed a relationship with them, so I was very close with them. So it's so hard. It's such a painful experience. My neighbors, it was such a painful experience, and you cannot describe it until you are in that moment, and then you feel it. You actually realize that also you have impacts people's lives. People are very sad that you are going, and you have created good relationships. And family, it's a different story. Family is a different story. But you leave with the fact that, or with the thought that you're gonna come back. You will see them. You will call them. And lucky enough, in our days, we have WhatsApp, so you can easily call them. You can do video calls anytime that you want. So that's also one thing that you look at it and you see it for granted until the time where you have to say goodbye, and it hurts so much. Number 5, the journey. What do I mean about the journey? This is the process where you literally travel from this country to another country. So we were very tired because we didn't have time to rest. So I suggest that if you are going to fly on a Friday, at least from Wednesday, just make sure that you're not doing anything. You are resting, you are doing your research, you are just enjoying your time, because on our situation, we didn't rest because we were just selling stuff. We were tired, we were cleaning, we were trying to pack things until the last minute. So it wasn't an enjoyable journey. It was a long, tiring flight. 12 to 13 hours is not a child's play. And then when we got to Heathrow, we had to request an Uber to get to where we're going because we were not familiar with the train at that point. So we couldn't use the train. So we used Uber. And that's when it kicked in that actually we are now in UK. We are in London. It's not a child's play. The difference between rands and pounds is quite a lot. We literally paid, I think, 900 if not 1,000 rands for our Uber, which is quite a lot of money if you come from South Africa, and then you can just see that the distance is not even that long, but then because of the difference between the rand and because of the difference between the rand and the pounds. It was quite a lot of difference. So that's when it started kicking in that we are actually in a foreign country and we about to get poor. Not really poor, but I mean, you're gonna struggle at some time, because at some point, because it's quite a huge adjustment, especially if you are used to having a certain amount and you can do quite a lot of things with 500 rands, and whereas when you get here, dude, it's nothing. It's literally nothing. But other than that, it was an experience that I wouldn't trade for anything. I learned so much. I learned that you have to make sure that you plan and you do things in time. Do not wait until last minute. You will be tired. You will be feeling, I don't know, agitated the whole time. You won't enjoy the experiences. You won't enjoy your flight. So just make sure that you plan your things accordingly and you start selling your stuff. You start doing everything way before time of moving, so that when time comes for you to leave, you are ready. You are ready mentally, emotionally, physically, and you are ready to just get on a flight and leave. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you find it informative and helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any views, any opinions, be it good or bad, I would really like to hear from you guys. Just make sure that you leave it on the comment section below. Thank you so much. Until next time. Mwah.